Welcome back, one and all, to the Sacred Grove for the second time. As soon as you enter and run forward, it will immediately initiate this short clip in which the Skull Kid appears once again. After giggling at us, he will blow his pipes to summon more puppets. The familiar process of hunting him down will begin again as he rushes off to the nearby stump, opening up new areas for us to explore. So once you regain control, you want to go ahead and lay waste to the puppets that are directly in front of you. And now that we have the Shadow Crystal and the Master Sword, we have the option of venturing through this area in our Hylian form as well. Now personally, I prefer running around as a wolf because it's faster. I mean, the puppets die at a single hit anyway, so I think it's a little less awkward fighting them in our wolf form, but also you can press A to dash around very quickly in order to save time. Run after the Skull Kid and you'll immediately find that there are 3 different paths that are currently open to us. This time around it's nice, you can actually follow the light of the Skull Kid's lantern to find each area where he's hiding out. The first location is off to the east, assuming you're playing the Wii version. It'll be to the west if you're playing the GameCube version. This time around he's behind the tree rather than in front of it, so go behind and smack him. After defeating him this first time, the map opens up a ton, revealing many new areas that we haven't even seen before. So as you can see, I made a fancy map for all of this that is off to the left, and it's actually it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. So here you can see that the Skull Kid's light has moved off to the right. So here I'm going to follow him, but he will disappear, and he'll appear off to the screen to our left. Now I'll actually follow him here in just a moment, but real quick, there's something we can do that's in this area. I'm going to go ahead and jump down into the water, and here I have a bunch of puppets that are following after me. They can actually smack you in the water as well. So just try and avoid them. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the water, like I say, and then you want to work your way clockwise around this area. It'll be counterclockwise if you're playing the GameCube version, of course. I'm going to go ahead and climb up here. You'll find an Impo fugitive that is hiding up on the ledge. Once you get up to the top, you want to go ahead and beat it up and claim Pole Soul number 50. With that in hand, we're going to continue following the Skull Kid, and basically for this one, we're just going to be following the wall clockwise. So if you're playing the GameCube version, this will be counterclockwise since it's all flipped. So once you catch up to him, you'll find that he's dancing atop some pillars here in this water-filled area, and we can't actually reach him with our sword or our wolf form. So you want to go ahead and transform into your Hylian form. Instead, you want to shoot him with arrows. Now this third and final chase is the most complex, and is the primary reason I actually made the map for this area, which you can see on the left, because this part is just really confusing. So the trick is to just take it slow, and look for the light of his lantern, and once you find out where it is, just follow it, and then just repeat that same process. So if you get lost, and you can't figure out where you left off, then it's just a little confusing, because then you have to go search basically every area in this entire maze before you finally figure out, oh, there's this light, and you go towards it, then you move somewhere else. Dang it. So anyways, he's just constantly hopping around all over the place. So basically, for the most part, he follows the outer walls of the area. He only deviates from that routine just a couple times. So right here, for example, once you reach the starting room, you want to head to the north instead. And then, just to your right if you're playing the Wii version, it'll be to the left in the GameCube version. And once up here, you want to go ahead and continue working your way along the outer walls, as you'll see. He's going along this outer side. And here you actually see some torches here on either side of this next doorway. You can actually light those in order to make a large chest that has some rupees in it. I'm doing pretty good on rupees, so I wasn't worried about it. But you can do that if you would like as well. So once you finally get to the northernmost screen, you want to go ahead and head to the south, which leads us back to the previous screen where the Skull Kid's light will now disappear. So this is actually kind of in the center of the whole Sacred Grove area, and his light is not found anymore. And so if you get to this point, you're lost and you can't figure it out, what you need to do is just stand still and you listen really carefully, and you can hear him playing his little pipes along with the music in the background. So he's only on the screen and he's kind of far away, and that's why you can't hear it very well. But he's up here on top of the branches. So you climb up on top of this upper path, and then you aim towards the center of the area, take on your Hylian form, and shoot him with an arrow. So as of the last time we came here, this is the final time, and we'll make him run off and open a new area where we will be able to battle him one last time. You want to follow the light into the next area and jump down, where you'll find a new passageway up ahead, which will lead to another one of these battlegrounds areas. Hop down into the arena, which will initiate this cutscene in which the Skull Kid is appearing. Just just like the last time, he'll stare us down for a moment, and I get the impression he's just like a bird getting his feathers all ruffled when he tenses like this. Anyway, he stomps around all angry-like and summons more puppets, just like the battle with him before. Now, unlike the last time, however, each one of his locations is now unreachable, so apparently he's trying to cheat, or learning from his mistakes from the previous battle, I guess. Fortunately, we are well prepared this time, so simply fire away using the hero's bow, which actually makes this battle insanely easy, because it takes a moment for the puppets to actually reach you, so, you know, if you don't take too long, of course, you can smack them before the puppets ever reach you, so you can just do this entire battle just smacking them from afar. If they do get in front of you, it does kind of make it a pain. But either way, you have to defeat them and then get your bow out again and shoot them. So if you take too long, it can be kind of annoying. However, you should have plenty of arrows because the puppets, they dropped them earlier, before we even got here, but also they dropped them during this entire battle. So, in fact, I think it's pretty much impossible to be low on arrows because of that. Unless, of course, you're just extremely trigger happy, or rather, bowstring happy in this case, I suppose. After hitting him 3 times, he'll disappear and mention something about letting you into a secret place. The nearby wall will then disappear, revealing a new area we haven't even been to yet. Head on through to see what it is. Run forward and grab the block that has the symbol of the Hylians on it, and push it off the ledge since it's just begging to be done. So it'll snap right into place amongst the ruins, of course, it just has this perfect slot for it. And then we'll see a short overview of the area, discovering that it's actually part of the Sacred Grove where we got the Master Sword earlier. Yay, so we're back here. So now we just made a shortcut to this upper area. Nifty. You want to hop on down and check out the Guardian statue, which is standing in front of the random door. Righto. So with that in mind, it's obviously aggravating you already. You want to go ahead and jump down and explore this part of the Sacred Grove. There's actually a few goodies that you are eligible for at this point if you didn't snag them with me earlier on in the walkthrough, but I'll get to that here in just a moment. Now our Zelda instincts is telling us to explore, so why not check out the pedestal where we grabbed the Master Sword. As you stand in front of it, you'll see the A button that lights up at the bottom of the screen and labels it as Strike. You want to go ahead and press the A button to do just that, causing Link to stab the sword back into the pedestal. Seems like a dumb idea to me, seriously. I mean, sorry, it's sealed away for another couple hundred years. That's the end of the game. You'll see a short clip of the Guardian statue that was standing in front of the random door that turns all glowy and then disappears. Ooh, does that work with the dirty dishes too? I sure wish I had a pedestal inside my house. You'll then see Link pulling out the Master Sword and back out, so let's go head back to that door and check it out, shall we? Nah, really, this is actually pretty awesome, because now we'll finally be able to get the warp point for the Sacred Grove at long last. This will actually allow us to teleport here anytime we want. Now, this particular battle is a little bit odd because it comes along with keys. This is the first time this has happened. And I suppose they were warped in here, or maybe they were just stalking in the shadows, deciding when to come out to play once we were attacked. I never knew they were so conniving. So as always, the Shadow Beasts, or Twilight Messengers, or whatever you want to call these guys, are lumbering and awkward, so they can be somewhat easily avoided. Now the keys, however, will come after you if you stay in one general area too long, so I recommend taking them out first. Now the Shadow Beasts themselves can be killed pretty easily with a few sword slashes, and some of your stronger attacks, such as the spin attack, or any of your hidden skills for that matter. Now to kill just one, I recommend simply Z-targeting it and using a jump attack, since it's very quick and it makes it a lot easier. Now, unfortunately, for that last little bit, I was trying to kill that remaining keys, and I accidentally smacked out one of the Shadow Beasts and had to start all over again. Lovely. Anyways, once you've finally killed them all and you've gained the warp portal for this area, you want to go ahead and head over to this side area, which we were at so long ago. Now, earlier on in the walkthrough, I actually blew up a boulder that was back here to find a Poe that was right there, and there's also an underground cavern that you can see as a wolf. Then it contains a piece of heart, so you want to transform into a wolf and dig down into the cavern and get that piece of heart, as well as this pulso if you haven't done that. Anyways, if you haven't gotten those yet, you should do that now, and that's all I really wanted to say. So if you're done with that here, you want to go ahead and head back to the Grove, where I'll meet up with you guys in the next video.